Hey guys, Professor Fernandez here. I just finished grading the reading analysis from yesterday morning, and I see an issue, and I didn't take off uh, for the majority of class unless you totally did miss the point. But I wanted for part A, you got to give me three full sentences. I put that in bold, I highlighted it, and I think you aren't paying attention to that, or you're just kind of blowing that off. And we can't have that because I'm going to start, you're not going to get credit for that for part A, and I'm creating this video because it's really important from this point forward. I asked you, everyone did the first one, by the way. So Jane Addams demands the vote for women. Describe in your own words, right? So don't just copy this, the prologue or the synopsis. If Jane Addams views suffrage as an extension of women's tradition and roles, or as a means for transforming. And I put that minimum 3 sentences. If you don't give me 3 sentences next class, I'm just going to give a 0 on that part because people, I don't know if people don't know what a sentence is. I'm a little irked. Um, and then, and then you give me a quote and you explain that quote. Some people are just explaining the quotes for part A and not giving me their own words. They're saying the two quotes following are about, no, 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 no. You need to do each quote and then explain why that quote supports your description. So I took a fellow student. This is their analysis, and it's perfect. And I'm going to show you guys. And I hate to pull a student and say, "Look, this person did a really, really good job," but I'm going to do it just to show you what I want for the from this point forward, because I'm going to start uh, giving you a 0 if you don't follow directions. This is college. I know that I always say that, but it is college. Okay, so the first one: describe in your own words if Jane Addams views suffrage as, okay, minimum 3 sentences. This student, and I haven't asked for her permission yet, so I'm not mentioning her, and it's one of our young women. Uh, Jane Addams views suffrage as an extension of a women's tradition and role. Sentence 1, she believes that every woman's first responsibility is her home and family, although some cannot do to living purposes like tenements, which are unsanitary. Sentence 2, and because the world around them is changing, there are other responsibilities presented to women now that are not within the home. 3 full sentences. She described, in her own words, Jane Addams' view. That's what I want. I wanted that 3 full sentences. I'm deadly serious for your next analysis or for all analysis. When I put a minimum amount of sentences in your own words, I want that, or else I'm gonna just goose egg on that part. Then 2 direct quotes from the source and explain how each quote. So don't try to get a, and I know you're not doing it on purpose, most of you, skirt the rules trying to incorporate the explanation into part A. I don't want that. You break it up. Quote number 1 from this student, and I'm not going to, I will. There are certain primary duties. So she has the quote here. I'm not going to go through it all, but then she explains how the quote supports this. This quote shows that although things around them are changing, it is still a woman's primary duty to care for her household. She explained, she gave me the quote, and she explained for that first quote how it supports her description. Then she gave me a second quote. She breaks it up, and here's the quote. And then she explains how this quote shows that women, so she's given me everything that I wanted, that I asked for, that I demand in the prompt here. So this is what I'm looking for, guys. I'm getting a lot of half-ass work, I'll be honest, from a lot, not everybody, but from a lot. So you're gonna give me for all the assessments, whatever minimum number of sentences on its own for part A, and then you break up part B, or each assessment will be a little bit different. But if I ask you for a quote and why, you give me a quote, and then after that quote, you explain why that quote supports whatever I'm asking you to support. Okay. I'll calm down here. So I'm showing you what a perfect assessment looks like, the breakdown, it's giving me everything that I asked for. And that's about it. Um, I didn't, if you didn't give me a full 3 sentences for your part A, the most of the times I didn't ding you unless it didn't make sense. And then I had to take points off, right? So for future, pay attention to what's on the prompt, which will, of course, will also be on the PowerPoint, and give me exactly what I want and break it up. Just don't give me one giant paragraph. Break it up, because I was accepting paragraphs, but then it makes it too easy for you to not give me what I want because you're just throwing everything in the paragraph. So you break it up. If there's an A, you give me an A part answer. And if there's a B, you give me what's required in B. All right. I'm going to grade your, well, it's due at noon today. The prompt, I mean, not the prompt, excuse me, your first post, and then your reply is due by 11:59 tonight to a fellow student. Don't forget to do the prompt before noon, and don't forget to reply to a fellow student before 11:59 tonight. That's about it. I know this was kind of long. I'm not scolding, but I just want to make sure we're still early in the class because I've been giving a lot of leeway, but it's been long enough. I want what I want. All right. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday.